Good evening, everybody, and you're most welcome to Rony's Tuesday Fun Race, round number 9 in Season 2 of 2025. My name is Eoin Harmon, and I'll be going solo in the booth this evening as Pete is unable to attend, but Chris McElroy is our broadcast liaison who will help me through all of our broadcast needs, and it is a very exciting prospect as it is Fern Gold with the Ferra JGT. A very, very snug-looking mod, the Ferrari-inspired car here. And if you're joining us on Twitch and YouTube, you're most welcome. This is the calendar, and it is the penultimate round of the entire 2025 campaign. We started all the way in January with Season 1, and now we're just 2 rounds away from a completion. And the title is at stake for Gabor, and most likely his nearest challenger, Tamuli. They will be dicing it out to see if the title can be won tonight or if it will go down to the grand finale. Fern Gold is the location for this evening's action. Magnificent 15 corners here in the Caribbean. And yet these cars we put through a huge amount of stress and strain, particularly in Sector 1. We have the hairpin, the infamous chicane, and then the very quick corners that'll be bearing down on the drivers, but they'll have a lot of work to do, of course, in Sector 2 and beyond. So yeah, 3.5 kilometers or 2.2 miles to be exact. So here's a look at the Ferra JGT in more depth. A 3.5 litre V8 engine, rear-wheel drive, just over 1,000 kilos and 300 brake horsepower. The mod made by Ivan CSX with support and collaboration with Martin 18. So a wonderful job has been done here by the two very skilled modders, and their work of art will be put through its paces. And yeah, we will quickly discuss qualifying and the Drivers' Championship first, of course. And this is what is at stake. Gabor, 142 points versus Tamuli, 124, and Michael, 115. So the chances are Gabor can win it tonight. He's already got a shot with 9 points of a turnaround. That should guarantee him the championship at the very minimum. Rony, Unite, Matt Jester, Sufor all tightly bunched there in the battle for 4th position in the championship. Macari, Twin Cam, and Lorenzo complete your top 10. And we'll scroll over to the next series of pages as well. So if you see your name there, thank you very much for your participation throughout the campaign. And we hope with the remaining rounds that we will see you again for the conclusion. There we go, 63 successful point scores and all. And now we can quickly discuss qualifying and how things have turned out. And it's a tie for pole position. Sufor and Gabor each setting a 1 minute 18.96. That is good enough for Sufor, though. He will have the front row, or the P1 start, with Jorpa, TJ Creed, Ivanor, Isaac Price, Samet Unite, and Johnny SVK in the top 10. So yeah, on to page 2 now, and we have 32 valid times in all. Yargtilla will have to start from the very back, though. He has the slowest time of all, but he is within 107%, only just, of course. So that's all well and good. But plenty of fabulous names all dotted around our grid today, as the attendance has definitely peaked, and we're now voting to restart, so we'll be on circuit in just a matter of moments. Here we go. Our Ferra JGTs are all splendidly prepared on the grid here at Fern Gold, and the push to succeed through turn 1, it's going to be very, very important. Who will get the best launch? We're about to find out. The wheel drive will be put be putting down a lot of rubber in just a moment. Here come the lights, and go, go, go! It's a better launch from Gabor, who is using Rony's skin on his particular chassis there. So he's taking the high side, and he'll cut neatly ahead of Sufor. Good exit, but 3 wide there. Isaac, Ivan, and Cried are all neck and neck there. They'll go to the chicane, minding their P's and Q's through the tire barriers. Looks pretty settled. Oh, one mistake there for Red Ball. He's going to have big trouble. But Gabor takes the lead, and as long as Tamuli doesn't finish on the podium, then yeah, the title will be guaranteed for Gabor. He'll win it back. And here we go now through the run to Sector 1. Heavy braking. And that's a good defense from Sufor, hanging on very tightly against Jorpa. We've lost... have we lost any cars? No, I don't think we're okay. Ooh, a little bit of contact I saw on my screen, but it's all right. Gabor still sadly ahead of Sufor by about 7 or 8 tenths of a second. Nossel on the watch here, but Criminez and Lorenzo are very tight as well, just in the side of the picture there. And that completes lap 1 for race leader Gabor. His lap time 1:25.09, and he's gained nearly a second there. And a good run for Johnny SVK's on the outside of his teammate Michael Malik. He's braked even later. Can he get the better exit? Oh, I think, yeah, he will have priority into the chicane. And that is a very clinical overtake from Johnny that gets him up and moving into 10th place. And yeah, we'll see now any more. Oh, mistake there from Jaguzak there. He's going to lose some places there in 25th position. The tires will definitely pick up a lot of debris, but he's okay to move on. It's getting close for second position as well. Now there's Jorpa, as I say. He is working very hard. Now we'll see what his Sector 2 time is like in just a moment. And it's identical lap time so far between Sufor and Jorpa. And you can see the beautiful rear wing and the engine cover here on the Ferra. And we'll see how the final sector goes for these guys. And now battle taking place for 18th position here. It's Maciek versus Stephen Martin. And the signature white with pink alloys on show here for Stephen. Fast lap now, more representative from Gabor, 1:19, which is pretty close to qualifying. So this car definitely can handle its workload on higher fuel. And there is a fascinating split in tyre strategy. Some drivers prefer the R2s and others have gone for the R3s. So yeah, it depends. We'll have to follow along with each driver to see what strategies they have. Now we're going to switch over as Fistic versus Skyfall here. Skyfaller. And oh, a bit of a wobble there. Yeah, almost went off the circuit there. And other cars kicking up dust there. Criminez has lost a lot of momentum, and Steve Martin has to just about avoid him. You can just see them there, right? And it's a 3 wide. Criminez is in the green there in the middle of the picture. Martin Capal down the inside. Stephen Martin, I should say, got the worst of that. And Fistic is right on the bumper now. So 4 cars all battling each other in a very tight spot. And the final sector doesn't really encourage that much overtaking in these sized cars, these GT3 style. So let's see how things get on. Or GT300, I should say. GT300 cars. Stephen Martin will have lost a bit more momentum there, so he's got to be careful. But now Capal will go for the inside line against Criminez. And he has a nose in front, but this banked first hairpin can be difficult to negotiate. But Martin is now through. And that's a very, very impressive overtake to get 18th position. Gabor's lead has extended to nearly 2 seconds now. But Jorpa is going to make life challenging for Sufor, which we will see in just a moment. Steve Martin still working his socks off here to keep his 20th position. And Fistic could get a great bit of slipstream now. He's going to come to the bridge section. He's picking the outside line. Braking very late. Can he hold it on the outside? Yes, he can. That's excellent from Fistic. And he will be the new 20th place driver. Really, really nice work there. Otherwise, a lot of single file action at the moment. Hard to tell which cars are where, but more incredible driving from Fistic there. Gets a bit of a tank slapper, and he'll need to avoid the grass at all costs. And maybe Steve Martin could be back ahead. No, Fistic on throttle there. He's on R2, so that gives him plenty of traction and grip, which explains how he's getting on. So good for him. So we have more action here with Fistic getting his car under control, but he has to mind those tires later on in the stint here, the 24 lap event. Ticking along nicely. And now Matt Jester has a look at Rony for position. Beg your pardon, now it's Yorpa versus Sufor for second. A bit of lag for Yorpa. That could be critical, but he's keeping the car under control there. Thankfully, there was no significant time loss there for Yorpa. And he's keeping Sufor very, very honest now. Tamuli and Michael Malik, the title contenders, still stuck in 10th and 11th, or 10th and 11th and 12th. So that means Gabor is champion as things stand. And Sufor makes a mistake. That's Yorpa through. And now TJ and Isaac Price using the default skin. The only way to tell them apart is a few yellow stickers on the outline. And Isaac, oh, this is unbelievable. He's through on the inside, but TJ on the high side. Bit of contact, and that'll spire TJ into the grass. And he's spun. He's spun at 180 degrees. That's going to eliminate him from contention. But he can continue before the 15th place car can catch him. So that's desperately lucky for TJ. He will not finish in the top 5 as he would have hoped. Nossel is going to pick his way through. So Isaac all of a sudden has taken P3. So the Welshman is the main gainer here out of this most recent scrap. And you can now see on the timing tower the preference of the tires. Of course, some drivers have gone for R3s on the back, but for the most part, the R2 is the most popular choice for those drivers in the lead battle. So Omar is the only one actually who has R3s and R2s on the differing axle. Oh, Stephen Martin, I think, has made a mistake. Yeah, he's made a mistake there just before the infield section, so he's lost his chance for 18th potentially. So that's very unfortunate. And Criminez has accepted responsibility for that one. And Maite versus Omar, the aforementioned Omar, with the R3s on the rear tires. But Hermani is coming. Hermani, who most recently had to fare from the back of the grid at Rockingham recently, or 2 weeks ago, I should say. He's now trying his best to pick up 24th position, and Mighty has got a bad exit out of the corner there, but he hangs on to position, and the glue sock has burned up his tires very badly. You can see him in the background. He can barely keep that thing in a straight line, and that means he will have to surely make a decision about pitting. Yeah, he's certainly been crashing into walls, for example, and Yari Katila should be able to pick his spot any moment now. But back for the podium battle, Isaac Price holding on from Sufor now. Sufor, the pole sitter, by virtue of setting the best time first to break the tie. He's trying his utmost to retrieve a podium position as Gabor streaks away. Closer and closer he gets to his latest crowning achievement in RTF4 racing. And here comes Sufor on the big slipstream, 200 kilometers an hour on this particularly modest straight here at Fern Bay Gold. Isaac has the better placement, but Sufor will back out for now, and he'll try his best in the remainder of Sector 1 now. And so far, Isaac continues to defend Gabor's lead up to 3 seconds now. And this is just crazy stuff here. So much going on. It's hard to keep up with it. But what we do know is Sufor is just trying his best, but Creed in behind now could get a chance. He's in the brown Ferra, and he will be looking pretty pleased with himself. He's got very high speed in Sector 1, one of the fastest so far in this lap, 50.52. That's almost 4/10 slower than Gabor, but that's still really, really quick. As Sufor has lost about half a second now, trying to battle Isaac. And now we'll check out the battle for the final chicane. And Sufor will be about 10 slower compared to where he was before. He was side by side at the stage of the lap previously, but on lap 9, Isaac Price has found about 0.2 of a second that last lap, at 1 minute 20.2, to help him on his way. But Creed got a 1 minute 20.11, so that keeps him firmly in contention. This looks better though for Sufor as we go on the bumper cam, getting very, very low to the ground. You can see the suspension and the tires at work on Isaac's car. But better corner exit out of turn 6 there, as we said, for Isaac. And that should help him pick his placement for the next corner to the left. And we'll have more apexes to take now. There's one on the outside curb, and now the other. That is sector 2 complete. And Isaac has definitely found a lot of time on this lap, another 0.3 better off in the first 2 sectors. And Yorpa is pretty comfortable at the moment. He is pulling clear little by little. Lap traffic thing for Gabor, yes, he does have Yari Katila ahead of him, so blue flags will need to be respected. And of course, the use of a Rony skin on Gabor's car should hopefully not confuse anybody. There we go, lap traffic out of the way. Interesting battle. Lorenzo versus Michael Malik on the start finish straight here. Michael picks the inside line to defend. Lorenzo, in the pure green Rony's livery, goes on the high side, but his understeer will cost him a little bit, but he's going to be brave here. Michael Malik has to see him coming, and that's a brilliant overtake. Lorenzo has P12, and Rony himself, the originator of this paint scheme, he's going to be pushing with all he's got to try and collect 13th position, knowing he's got a chance to finish 4th in this Season 2 championship standings. Hosep now on Martin Kapal. Magic just lurking behind, potentially. And let's see. Hosep a lot quicker. Sector 1. He's got his blinkers on. So which side he's going to pick? He's not going to pick either side, actually. And Magic will take advantage of that. He'll be able to brake a little bit later. Victor Lowe is in the spectators, so that leaves us with 26 runners. But Mighty is getting lapped by nearly the entire field at this stage. Now a chance for Magic to close the gap, as Martin Kapal is pushing on very, very well now. Yeah, he's calmed it down since Hosep has gained a lot of speed. And now Magic's on board. We'll show him take the curbs pretty gently, actually. And we'll cross the line now to compare laps. 122.7 for Martin. Hosep 122.36. But then it's Magic on a 123.0. He's gained the most out of all these guys. And we'll complete the chicane now as lap 11 begins. Oh, bad hit of the curb there for Magic that time. It will have cost him about 0.2 of a second. And that will mean he'll have to work very, very hard just to pick up that time again. Pick up a dust there from Cremonese's car. Here's another chance for Sufor. He will be right on Isaac's gearbox. And here we go. He will have a gap on the rear axle. But no, the slipstream has given up on him for now. But he'll dive down the inside, braking a smidgen later. Can he make the block without the switch? Yes, he can. Isaac has lost third position. But in fairness to Yorpa, he's pulled about 3.5 seconds clear thereabouts. 4 seconds, I should say. Sufor now has to get his full throated effort into this one. But Isaac will push on because... Oh, he's made a mistake there. That will allow Creed to pick up a few tenths, but he went wide himself. So that allows Sufor to get the breakaway he needs. So a case of watching the car in front of you a little bit too closely. But it's not the end of the world for Creed by any matter of fact. He's still in play here. And we'll see the lap times for these two. Yeah, Isaac lost about half a second there. And now Hosep, his battle with Criminez. Yeah, Criminez has definitely lost a bit of time here. Capel would have overtaken them. Yeah, he's got about a second over him. So Criminez is losing a lot of time now. And Hosep has just backed off for the moment. Yeah, Criminez's front tires perhaps not biting the way he needs them to. And Rony just quickly spotted on camera there. He's made a mistake. Michael Malik is through. That's unlucky what happened there. It's, the double apex is catching out Rony's Ferra. But he'll try and recover what he's lost there. As we're nearly halfway for these guys. Yeah, we're just crossing over halfway point for race leader Gabor, who just pounds in the laps. Oh, Criminez and Hosep. Yeah, a bit of trouble for Criminez and Hosep. And Magic is now ready to return to form now. Criminez at 124, way off his best lap there. And he's really struggling for grip now. Are those tires getting cold? The R3 is not picking up the heat peak that they needed to. And I'm a bit concerned now because Magic on R2s, he's got those tires in very nice condition. So Criminez has to deal with cooling tires. But Yari Katila lapped traffic is in the way here. So that means Yari will have to move aside very soon. And yeah, he should see blue flags coming. He takes the corner as normal, but he's understeering badly, and that's going to be a small delay. See, the right side tires are so full of dust and gravel, and yeah, he just has to stay high for a bit longer. And Stephen Martin's coming along as well, so his fight back after a mistake a couple of laps ago. He's still in contention now, but definitely the mistakes are creeping in for some of these drivers, and they just have to tone it down before these tires either get too hot or they're going to get a little bit too cold. Now, watching from the back of Isaac, who has definitely lost track to Sufo at this stage, about a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds. Yeah, 2.1 seconds. But Creed or Cried has half a second to gain still. Can he manage to pull it off? Let's figure that out. Better lap times, so they're virtually identical, just 100th in Creed's favor at the moment. That will mean, yeah, they're going to stay close. But now we're returning to the battle in the mid-pack. Criminez holds on for dear life, but he may have just fallen off the cliff edge. No, he's held on. He's holding it, and the delay allows Hosep into position himself now. And Steve Martin is here as well, so Steve is the quickest of all now, as he's the least interrupted driver on this particular lap. Criminez, he just can't hit an apex for his moment here. And TJ, as we saw him earlier, he got spun out after collision, and he's back on the ascendancy here, as Lorenzo will have to accept the overtaken now. Here comes Hosep, but he backs out. Oh, he goes for a major send there down the inside. Magic wouldn't have seen that coming until the very last second, and no change of position there. Hosep will have to try a second attempt, but Steve Martin, using the grass to his left, manages to pick up some dust. Heavens me, just wherever we're looking tonight, it's all happening. Lap 15 for these guys, lap 16 for race leader, just through the first hairpin now. Watching back from Isaac. And Creed has picked up an extra bit of lap time at 119.9 versus Isaac's 120.2. Heavy hit of the curb there, you can tell from the rear view. Oh, and the contact sends Magic wide. Stephen has to ride the wall there. That will have damaged his car's cosmetics there. A very, very bizarre situation here. Criminez just cannot be overtaken here. He's defending every part of the circuit. But thankfully, Magic, if his tires are okay, maybe the rear right took the worst abuse there. So he just needs to manage that for a moment. But now Josep, he tried a big dive bomb not too long ago. And Criminez just wobbling everywhere. And he's going for the pass. And Criminez leg contact. And that's going to send him backwards. He'll have to do his U-turn there. And he just about avoids Magic. But Yarkatilla lap down will just carry on with his own race, as Hermione is a long way ahead, actually. And there we go. The temper's eventually told. And Criminez has lost that position. But he's going to lap Yari again. But now Gabor, there's barely a speck of dust on that car. He's kept it absolutely spotless. And the final quarter of the race is in progress. And as I've been mentioning, if he wins the race, then he is guaranteed the title with a round to spare. Tamuli and Michael are way too far back anyway. So Gabor could fall off the top 5. He'd still be champion then. But no doubt in my mind he'll just rally through these remaining laps and make sure he's the champion guaranteed. Doesn't need any fancy fastest lap permutations. He can just pick up the title with huge confidence to round off a very impressive year yet again for Gabor. But we're looking at Samet and Johnny SVK in the rundown through the order. Josep takes the pit lane, so we'll monitor the situation there. I think it's probably damage repair, to be honest, but we'll double check that in just a moment. There we go. Josep has repaired the damage in 13 seconds. Redbot will just about be on the start-finish straight as he exits pit lane, so Redbot could have a chance at position gain in a little while, but it'll have to be very, very quick, as Josep definitely knows what he's doing. Chance maybe for Unite to close in on Johnny. Lap time comparison yet. Unite is trending in the 119s now. That was his best lap of the race. So Johnny in otherwise lonely 7th. He may have a contest after all in this very snazzy looking black livery for Unite. We don't have many drivers donning black livery tonight, so we can definitely tell Unite apart. And he is looking mighty quick here on his R2s. They're in peak condition right now, and we're seeing it on full display, nearly 200 kilometers an hour. And we'll monitor that later on. But Yorpa has made a big mistake on this lap. He's lost 3 seconds, and Sufor could get a second place back in a moment's time here. So Yorpa by himself has made a mistake. It's most likely wall contact. The rear left is a big clue, or even the front and rear left together. That's a huge indicator what could happen. And Sufor gladly takes second place back. So ever since lap 1, turn 1, where Gabor got the better exit from the hairpin, it's been one-way traffic. But Sufor from that pole position has his chance to at least say I was still capable of a top 2 finish. So Yorpa still 4 seconds ahead of Isaac with about 6 laps to go. And another wobble here. So that, that car looks a little bit unstable. Yeah, suspension damage. And rear tires are hot. Yeah, he's missed. Oh, a bit of lag, I should say. A bit of lag. Oh, and a mistake there just in front. It's the Criminez again. Criminez has spun out on the exit of turn 9. I think it would be the start of turn 9. So Criminez will say that's enough, leaving us with 23 active runners. So we had a very high attendance tonight, and unfortunately we're starting to see a lot of drivers retiring from the race. So nearly 10 cars are out after the 30 or so were valid qualifiers. So just in chat, no, not everyone uses steering wheel. As a matter of fact, some like to use the mouse to drive the car, mouse and pedals. And others, I don't think they will be here tonight, but sometimes you might have a keyboard user. But yeah, I just saw on Twitch chat. Yeah, no keyboard users tonight, but if you're on a steering wheel, yeah, it's the most common, but otherwise the mouse is a viable controller here on Live for Speed. So heading to the final 5 laps of this 9th round of the Season 2 in 2025 of RTF4. And Gabor is moments away from the championship yet again. You can almost name the years where Gabor hasn't won a championship in RTF4. He's definitely taking his opportunity when it comes. So now Unite looking very, very quick. Yeah, here he is. Comparing lap times. He's picking up pace. Johnny, a bit of a wide there. And that's a gain for Unite in Sector 2. But again, Mighty in the lapped car just gets out of the way safely. Unite. Oh yeah, he looks more comfortable getting the apex spot on there. And Johnny, what can he do here? He has to be very aggressive in the chicane. And Unite uses every inch of the tarmac that he needs to speed up. He won't get enough slipstream, to be honest. 120.02 gains 4/10 out of Johnny's time. But a better corner entry there to turn 1. But oh, a mistake there from Unite. He's failed to get the correct corner exit, and he would have touched the grass a little bit too much if he put the power down, which gives 0.3 of a second back to Johnny SVK on this first sector. Yagtilla is going to be lapped here. You can see him in the yellow. He's having another wobble as the R3s are very, very chilly right now. So move or stay where you are, basically. Slow down. Let these guys by. But Unite when he's more comfortable. Oh, Yorpa's out of the race. Yorpa has he's binned it somewhere and he decides to spectate. And that's a massive moment in this race. It allows Samet into P5 now. TJ and Tamuli now both belong in the top 10 as opposed to Hamuli by himself. So Yorpa crashed onto the bridge and that was too much to handle. But TJ, as we mentioned, had a collision that knocked him out of the top 3 contention, and he'll have to fight back as best he can. Tamuli, knowing the championship is slipping from his grasp tonight, he has had an absolutely fantastic season, but it's not enough to stop Gabor, barring a shock crash out or disconnection. Lap 22 underway for these guys, and TJ has the inside line all to himself. Oh, bit of contact, and Tamuli has backed out before it could get very, very messy there. So TJ has P9. Red Bot will get out of the way here for blue flags. Nossel is 5 seconds up the road. And here's Unite's next chance to get past Johnny. He picks the outside, tries to switch back. Not successful, but it's looking promising now. Turns 9 and 10 coming up very quickly now. There's the divide. And now into turn 10 they go. On board here with Unite. With the heads-up display showing how quickly he's going. Third gear, about 80 kilometers an hour. Fastest lap from Gabor, as if he needs it. But there you have it. He has fastest lap with the penultimate lap underway. And Johnny, he's doing everything he can now. But Unite, smooth as you like, to the chicane. This is his best chance right now. He's got to take it to the wall. Oh, there's nothing in it. Oh my goodness, how did that not end in tears? And Unite's courage or stupidity, whatever your point of view is, it's a chance for the overtake and he's got it. Oh, fantastic. Oh, my goodness gracious. Unite has made it work with millimeters in it. And Johnny must be thinking, how has that happened? Well, it's terrific racing, I have to say, between these two. But Unite has to be careful not to bin it himself. Now, he has completed the hard job of the overtake. But Johnny, in the turquoise Rony's livery, will be absolutely stunned about what we've just witnessed. Now, final lap about to start for race leader Gabor. He's on the start finish straight. But Unite, can he keep the pace alive? Yeah, he's still pretty formidable here. But yeah, final lap begins, and he's about 80 seconds away from becoming a new champion once again. 1 minute 19.01 lap time there. Be good enough for top 5 spot on the grid if it was qualifying. But there we go. Oh, battle here. Was it Lorenzo and Capal? They might have swapped positions. I didn't see for sure. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, the field spread is pretty large now. So if there's any action, I'll try and spot it for you. Yeah, it's mainly Unite and Johnny, to be honest. But yeah, Gabor, he's behind Magic now. He can just follow the race green representative all the way to the finish if he chooses. But yeah, here we go. We're about 5 corners away from crowning our champion. This is it. It's turn 11 into turn 12. Oh, he's showing off for the cameras now. And Gabor gets the next sequence done. And now the final chicane's coming. 13, 14, and 15. There's one more flourish. And across the line, a huge congratulations for Gabor. He is the champion of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race 2025 Season 2. And there can be no arguments about that. He's had an unreal season yet again. Sufor picks up P2 after that pole position. Isaac Price is the final driver to pick up a top 3 spot. Creed and who will be over the line next? I think it's Samet. Yeah, Samet is P5, so he will cross the line. Unite and Johnny separated by about 0.4 of a second, or 0.3 of a second. They finished 6th and 7th. P8, that'll belong to Nossel there. He's kept very quiet, but full respect there. TJ is 9th, and Tamuli, commiserations to him for not being able to take the title any further into the season. He's finished in the top 10. Matt Jester 11th, Lorenzo 12th, Martin Capel close as you like there in 13th. Michael Malik will be next across the line. He's just taking the final chicane now. And there we go. Michael Malik will finish P14. And next up it's Rony and Stephen Martin. I think that's him. Yes, so good recovery in the end for Stephen as his perseverance eventually pays off. Magic is next. So something a bit unusual may have happened to him as he's lost about 5 seconds on that last lap. Omar, a lap down, finishes 18th. Redbot, Hermani, Mighty, and Yarkatilla are all classified after being lapped. But there we have it. Gabor, he doesn't have a podium to dance on tonight, but I'm sure the celebrations will last long into the evening as Gabor will pick up our prize money kindly supplied in collaboration with World Class Lions and Race Green as well. So there we go. Gabor will be taking a very healthy reward into the new year with him. So there we go. Oh, there is a podium after all. He's found it. So my mistake there. I didn't know it was there, but he's done a whole lap to pick his moments. But there we go. The order once again. Gabor, in a time of 31 minutes and 53 seconds, wins the championship, and he does so 10 seconds clear of Master Race Cars Sufor. Isaac Price, encouraged by this combo, finishes P3 with Creed, Samet, Sidus Unite, Johnny SVK, Nossel, TJ, and Tamuli in the top 10. Then we've got Matt Jester, Lorenzo, Martin Capel, Michael Malik, Rony, Stephen Martin, and Magic all finishing on the lead lap. Omar, Redbot, and Hermani are all a lap down in the top 20. Mighty took a pit stop to repair his car, but he's still 21st, 2 laps down ahead of Yari Katilla. Yorpa probably should have finished in the top 5 if he could have kept the car alive, but he crashed it one too many times and he had DNF'd 4 laps down. Criminez making too many mistakes himself there in 24th ahead of Hosep, Fishstick, Victolo, Ivanor, Jeg Lusok, Yakuza, Skyfall, and then Rusty Vane. Didn't see any of him on circuit. So yeah, a lot of DNFs tonight, everybody. But despite the harsh feelings I'm sure those drivers will feel for not getting to the line, I sincerely hope you enjoyed the action, as it's just myself in the booth, but Chris McElroy, aka Elmo, has been very, very helpful with the cameras, spotting any extra battles that I might have seen, and making sure everything is spot on as best we can. But there we have it. We won't hold you too long tonight, as certainly I had a grand old time watching that race, but the winner was never in doubt. But our next combo is the XRG at Blackwood Reverse, so that's without the chicane, I believe. So that's a great way to finish up the season in 2 weeks time, December 9th. So I hope you can join in for the fun for the very last time in the regular format in RTFR. But of course we do have an XL to conclude things as well, so we'll keep an eye out for that in the next 7 days. But there we go. Congratulations once again to Gabor. He is the champion. And thank you everybody so much for tuning in this evening. It's Eoin Harmon here, signing off. Have a good night. Bye bye.